Good evening, welcome to the Planning Board September 7th, 2022 meeting. Angela, if you will begin with a roll call.
Stacy Walker.
Here.
Lori Anthony.
Here.
Rebecca Higgins.
Here.
Diane Gray.
Here. We have a quorum with the members present with 4. We will take the items in order they appear on the agenda. Roll call 1, we have accomplished. Number 2, minutes of previous meetings. August 7th, there was no meeting.
17th.
Oh, sorry, I got 7 on the brain. Thank you, Angela. August 17th, there was no meeting, so there's just a statement stating such. On August 24th, has everybody here reviewed? Yes? Any revisions or additions? I have one quick one, Angela. First page, the items numbered under Dana Libby's, what he changed. You got 2 of them. The third one that he changed was he added certification that monumentation has been set. Okay? So if you will enter both items, one as written, the other as corrected into the record, I'd appreciate that if there's no one in disagreement. Okay, thank you, Angela. We have no public hearing tonight. Number 4 is old business, and that will be the findings of fact review for the Clark's Bridge crossing by Dana Libby of Corner Post Surveying. And when we're done, if everything's okay, we can sign the plans. Did everybody get a chance to go through those? Unfortunately, I have to read them. Yes. The findings of fact, the final subdivision plan for Clark's Bridge crossing. There were no waivers. So it was staff reviewed. We did a site walk. Conservation Commission was not applicable. State and federal reviews, they're applicable, but not for us to consider. There are 2 conditions. Number 1, a bond, letter of credit, or a certified check will be established with the town prior to start of construction on any of the off-site improvements. That's the culvert crossing replacement. The dollar amount shall be agreed upon with the Public Works Department prior to construction. Number 2 is the compliance with all written materials and oral agreements submitted to the board as part of the application process. We approved that on August 24th, 2022. That is okay. Under our review, we have item 1, which is pollution. And all of this is according to MRSA 30-A subparagraph 404. Pollution will not result in undue water or air pollution. In making a determination, it shall at least consider the elevation of the land above sea level and its relationship to floodplains, the nature of soils and subsoils, and their ability to adequately support wastewater disposal, the slope of the land and its effect on effluents, the ability of streams for disposal of effluents, and the applicable state, local health, and water resources regulations. The standard has been met. Number 2, sufficient water has sufficient water available for the reasonable foreseeable needs of the subdivision. Again, the standard is met. It is noted that each residence will be supplied by individual private wells located on each lot. Number 3, municipal water supply will not cause an unreasonable burden on an existing water supply if one is to be utilized. The standard is not applicable. They're not using a state municipal water supply. Number 4, erosion will not cause unreasonable soil erosion or reduction in the capacity of the land to hold water so that a dangerous or unhealthy condition may result. This standard has also been met. Number 5 is traffic will not cause unreasonable highway or public road congestion or unsafe conditions with respect to use of the highways or public roads existing or proposed. And if the proposed subdivision requires driveways or entrances into a state or state aid highway located outside the urban compact area of the town, the Department of Transportation has provided documentation including that the driveways or entrances conform to Title 23, Section 704, and any rules adopted under that section. This standard has been met, and the driveway entrances, and it is noted that the driveways entrances located on Secocas Trail, Main State Route 5, will be shared driveways, cutting down the amount of curb cuts. MDO permits have been supplied. Number 6, sewage disposal will provide for adequate sewage waste disposal, will not cause an unreasonable burden on town services if they are utilized. The standard is met. Each individual residence will have private appropriately sized subsurface water systems in place.
There's subsurface waste systems.
Oh, sorry, yes. Waste, not water. Number 7, municipal solid waste disposal will not cause unreasonable burden on the ability of a municipality to dispose of solid waste and sewage if municipal services are to be utilized. That standard is not applicable. Again, not using municipal services. Number 8, aesthetics, cultural, and natural values will not have an undue adverse effect on the scenic or natural beauty of the area. Aesthetics, historic sites, or rare and irreplaceable natural areas, or any public rights for physical or visual access to the shoreline. The standard is met. 9, conformity with local ordinance and plan is in conformance with the duly adopted subdivision regulation, comprehensive plan, and zoning ordinance of the town of Waterboro. This standard has been met also. Number 10, financial and technical capacity. The subdivider has adequate financial and technical capacity to meet the standards of this regulation. Standard is met. And of course there is also a bond for the culvert crossings. 11, Number 11, surface waters, outstanding river segments. Whenever situated in or in part within 250 feet of any pond, lake, river, or tidal waters will not adversely affect the quality of that water body or unreasonably affect the shoreline of that water body. It is noted that it is met. Number 12, groundwater will not, alone or in conjunction with existing activities, adversely affect the quality or quantity of groundwater. That standard is also met. Number 13, flood areas. The subdivider will determine, based on the Federal Emergency Management Agency's flood boundary and floodway maps and flood insurance rate maps, whether the subdivision is in a flood-prone area. If the subdivision or any part of it is in such an area, the subdivider will determine the 100-year flood, a condition of plat approval, requiring that principal structures in the subdivision shall be constructed with their lowest floors, including the basement, at least 2 feet above the 100-year flood elevation. This standard is met, this subdivision, and it is noted that this subdivision is not located within a flood zone. Number 14, stormwater. The proposed subdivision will provide for adequate stormwater management. This is also met, and it is noted that current drainage into pre-existing ditch in place, current cross culverts are being replaced, driveway culverts being installed during the driveway construction. Number 15, river, stream, or brook. Any river, stream, or brook within or abutting the proposed subdivision has been identified on any map submitted as part of the application. For the purpose of this section, river, stream, or brook has the meaning as in Title 38, Section 480-B, subsection 9. This standard is met. Number 16, freshwater wetlands. All freshwater wetlands within the proposed subdivision have been identified on any maps submitted as part of the application, regardless of the size of these wetlands. This standard has been met. Number 17, spaghetti lots prohibited. If any lots in the proposed subdivision have shore frontage on a river, stream, brook, great pond, or coastal wetland, as these features are defined in Title 38, Section 480-B, none of these lots created within the subdivision have a lot depth to shore frontage ratio greater than 5:1. Standard is met. There are no spaghetti lots located within the subdivision. I would actually say not applicable, but either one is fine. Do we keep it as is? As written?
It works both ways, right?
It does work both ways, yes.
But we don't need to change it.
Okay, we'll leave it as is. Lake phosphorus concentration, the long-term cumulative effects of the proposed subdivision will not unreasonably increase a great pond's phosphorus concentration during the construction phase and life of the proposed subdivision. There again, the standard is met. Number 19, impact on adjoining municipalities. For any proposed subdivision that crosses municipal boundaries, the proposed subdivision will not cause unreasonable traffic congestion or unsafe conditions with respect to the use of the existing public ways in an adjoining municipality in which part of the subdivision is located. That one is definitely not applicable.
Right.
It's solely in the town of Waterboro. Land subject to liquidation harvesting. Timber on the parcel being subdivided has not been harvested in violation of rules adopted pursuant to Title 12, Section 8869, subsection 14. And that standard has also been met. Angela, I did have a correction on the next paragraph where it says this 3-lot subdivision.
Got it.
This is an 11-lot subdivision.
Yeah.
So other than that one change, is everybody happy? Any additional comments? Sensing no comments, are you done? Are you all set, Stacey?
Yep, I just ran them out.
I didn't want to move on if you weren't all set. Okay, sensing none, may I have a motion to approve the final subdivision plans of Clarksbridge Crossing, findings of fact and conditional approval approved as corrected.
Can I vote? I can't, right? I wasn't here for the final thing, right? So I'm out of this.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Stacy was here either.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah,
Okay, good. It's
Yeah.
me and you.
yeah. I need a motion.
I'm sorry, I'll give you a motion.
Okay, second. Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? There we go, Diane. 3-0. Did he drop the plans off for signing also?
They're right there.
Do we don't have any new business listed? Communication,
So coming up October 13th in Bar Harbor, MMA is hosting their local planning board and board of appeals workshop. Registration and dinner is from 4 to 5. The workshop is from 5 to 8:30 at the Atlantic Oceanside Hotel and Event Center. Just as a side note too, we're gonna be working with Natalie to get a boardsmanship hosted here in-house for planning board, ZBA members, any, if select board want involvement as well. So once we get that date set in stone, with Natalie.
so that hasn't been
we just-
decided yet, okay.
Yep, we will forward that.
Thank you. Anything under miscellaneous?
So, just as a side note, with the email that you guys all received over the weekend of the resignation of Clyde Smith, you guys need to be thinking of electing a vice chair
Yes.
at your next scheduled meeting. And I guess Dennis can weigh in too. I kind of talked to Legia and I talked to Matt too. We've got 2 open seats. We've had 1 open seat for quite some time. Maybe, and I'm not sure, Dennis, what the charter would allow for. But maybe changing up how we do things. You don't always necessarily have to have a quorum to do workshop business. So maybe your second meeting would be a workshop, whereas most of your core business is done on the first meeting held each month. Because I can plan on James having to travel 1 meeting a month. I know Rebecca has to go, there's occasions that she's out of town. So there are times that I may have to juggle, but they don't generally fall on that first meeting. Although tonight is, my out of the ordinary because this is our first meeting of September and James is out of town. But
I'd have to say that's up to what's in the charter and what's in the bylaws.
I think and we can double check with Natalie, but if there are only 5 members, then the quorum becomes 3.
Even though it states.
Well, you don't have 7 members, right?
No,
So
we don't. We haven't in a while.
Right.
I think briefly for a short period of time.
Right. I mean, we're dealing with that
Thought we just had
because we only have,
2 months ago.
we have
Just like a day.
4 selectmen.
Yeah, yeah.
And, if 2 of them don't show up, then we don't have a quorum, so, but we can.
I
we
know
can have
some
a
of
quorum
the issues
3.
when we were flopping back and forth once, it just came down to majority.
Right. But we can.
But we can, check with Natalie on what exactly we can
Because
do.
even in the bylaws, didn't it say that it was a committee of 5 with 2 additional vote?
Well, it's alternates, but we're all voting members.
Yeah,
But it specifically does say that a quorum is 4.
It does.
But the bylaws, we can change.
Yeah.
We can revise those. So,
Yeah, and
it's
if
the
you go
charter.
back- If you go back to, what was that, town meeting? There was an article on the planning board of making all 7 members permanent members, so there are no alternates.
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like
There are 2 or 3 documents that all go
88
in
or
a
something
circle,
like that.
Right.
like
Yeah,
contradicting each other.
Yeah, they contradict each other. But,
So we can sort that out.
yeah.
And hopefully we, put a plea out. I mean, we'll accept, Clyde's resignation at the next
Well, yeah, you'll hear
Selectmen's
that
meeting.
next selectmen's meeting anyways, yeah, so, it's unfortunate, yes.
But we'll, I mean, if somebody was interested, we can appoint, we could interview and appoint one at our next meeting. But,
Yeah, so if there is anybody out there that is interested on sitting on the planning board or any of the other committees, you are welcome to definitely submit an application. Anything else? With that, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second?
I second that motion.
Stacy's. All in favor? 3-0.